Students, in the last video we saw Arrhenius acid and bases. Now in this video let us start acid and bases according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. G.N. Bronsted and T.M. Lowry in 1923 proposed more general theory known as Bronsted-Lowry theory. It is proton transfer theory because it depends on proton donor and proton acceptor. According to Arrhenius, here acid and bases means producing H positive and OH negative ions respectively in its aqueous state. The main advantage is that it is applicable in aqueous state, and this is the drawback of this theory, that is, it is applicable only in aqueous state, not in non-aqueous state. So, more generalized theory of acid and base, that is Bronsted-Lowry theory. According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, acid is a substance that donates proton to another substance is called as acids. Here H positive, this is called as proton. Now students, H means hydrogen atom, and you know that atomic number of hydrogen atom is 1. So it contains 1 electron and 1 proton. So by loss of this 1 electron, it forms H positive ion. Now this H positive ion, it contains only 1 proton, and that's why it is called as proton. So students, this proton donor substance is called as acid. Then base, a substance that accept proton from another substance is called as base. For example, here acid HCl. Acid HCl, it contains H hydrogen atom. It donates this hydrogen atom to NH3 ammonia to form here NH4 ion, ammonium ion, and the residual or remaining part of this acid to form Cl negative. Now here HCl is proton donor, therefore it acts as acid. Ammonia, it is a proton acceptor called as Lowry-Bronsted base. Now here in the product side, ammonium ion, ammonia accept proton to form ammonium ion. Now this ammonium ion, it is ready to donate a proton and to form again NH3. This is a proton donor. Okay, so this is conjugated acid of given base, means it is a conjugated acid of this ammonia. On the other hand, acid donates proton and to form here Cl negative ion. Now this Cl negative ion, it is ready to accept proton. So it is a proton acceptor and therefore it acts as a base. So here Cl negative, it is a base of Cl negative, it is a base of this acid 1. So it is called as base 1, and base to form acid. So this acid, ammonium acid, is conjugated acid of this base, and Cl negative, it is a conjugated base of given acid. So it is called as conjugated acid base pair. Now we consider another example. Here acid HCl in aqueous state, it donates proton to H2O to form H3O hydronium ion plus Cl negative. Now this Cl negative, it is from HCl. So this is a base of HCl, and this is a conjugated acid of H2O. So this is conjugated acid of given base and conjugated base of given acid. So this is called as conjugated acid base pair. Now this theory Bronsted-Lowry theory, it is depends on proton, means proton donor acid, proton acceptor base. Again there is a limitation, that is it is a completely proton donor acid base theory, and that's why Lewis it gives more generalized acid base concept in same year 1923. So G.N. Lewis it put forward the acid base concept. According to Lewis theory, any species that accept a share in an electron pair is called as Lewis acid, or a substance species ion molecules which accept lone pair of electron in the formation of coordinate bond is called as acid. And base, that is a species which donates a share electron pair is called as Lewis base, or a species which donates lone pair of electron to other in the formation of coordinate bond is called as Lewis base. For example, here H positive, it is last shell contain, it is empty, so it accepts this two electron from nitrogen. So here pair of electron accept by proton, therefore it acts as an acid, and pair of electron donated by ammonia, and therefore it acts as a base. So in the formation of this coordinate bond, this bond, it is a coordinate bond. So in the formation of coordinate bond, lone pair acceptor is called as acid, and lone pair acceptor is called as acid, and lone pair donor is called as base. The another example, that is neutral molecule coordination bond, formation of coordination bond in the neutral molecule like BF3, boron trifluoride, and same in ammonia. Here boron trifluoride, it is a neutral molecule, but last shell of boron contains 6 electron. In order to complete its octet, it is accept from nitrogen, it accepts the lone pair of electron from nitrogen, and therefore it acts as an acid. Here similarly lone pair of electron from nitrogen in ammonia donates to boron in BF3, and that's why here lone pair of donor called as base, this is the base, and this is lone pair of electron acceptor called as acid base pair. Then amphoteric nature of water. Now H2O, or a substance, any substance which can act as an acid as well as base called as amphoteric substance. Now water when reacts with ammonia, it donates proton to ammonia to form OH negative and NH4 positive. H2O reacts with HCl, it accepts proton from HCl to form hydronium ion. Means in the first example as H2O acts as a acid, and in the second example H2O acts as a base. So same molecule, water molecule, it acts as an acid in presence of base, it acts as a base in presence of acid, and therefore this nature of water is called as amphoteric nature of water, and the water is called as amphoteric substance. Then ionization of acid and base. Here electrolyte is ionized to form solution which is able to conduct electricity. So on the basis of extent of dissociation, acid and base are classified into strong acid and strong base. For example, here HCl, NaOH, KOH, HNO3, H2SO4, HBr, HI, on dissociation they give maximum or 100% dissociation, almost completely dissociates to form the ions, corresponding ions. HCl giving you H positive plus Cl negative, NaOH in aqueous to form Na positive plus OH negative, and as this dissociation is a complete dissociation and therefore they are represented by single headed arrow. On the another hand, the dissociation partially dissociates in waters, that acids or base are called as weak acids and weak base. They contain undissociates molecule. For example, acetic acid on dissociation gives acetate ion and H positive, and NH4OH ammonium hydroxide gives ammonium ion and OH negative. This dissociation is a partial dissociation and represented by double headed arrow. So this is all about strong acid and strong base, weak acid and weak base. Okay. Dissociation constant of weak acid and weak base. Now, dissociation constant of weak acid. Acid, it is represented by Ha. Here, Ha. Ha on dissociation to form H positive and A negative. Students, as it is a weak and therefore it is represented by double headed arrow. So by applying this law of mass action to this reaction, we get Ka is equal to, it is a equilibrium constant. Okay, so this equilibrium constant, it is obtained on the dissociation of acid, that is activity or concentration of H positive into concentration of A negative divided by this concentration of unionized acid, that is K is equal to activity of H positive into activity of A negative divided by undissociated Ha. Similarly, for BOH, Kb is equal to concentration of B positive OH negative divided by OH. So for the weak acid and weak base, dissociation constant can be defined as the equilibrium constant for dissociation equilibrium of weak acid or weak base respectively. That is equilibrium constant obtained on dissociation reaction of acid and base called as dissociation constant. Here we take Ostwald dilution law. Arrhenius concept of acid and base was expressed quantitatively by F.W. Ostwald in the form of Ostwald dilution law. In 1888, for weak acid, consider an equilibrium acid Ha that exists in solution and partly the undissociated species Ha or partly H positive and A negative. So dissociation of Ha in aqueous solution, it gives H positive and A negative. So here dissociation constant is given by Ka is equal to H positive into A negative हाँ हॅलो हाँ बोल हो ठीक आहे बरं 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 ठीक ओके ओके ठीक आहे So student, this Ka is equal to H positive into A negative divided by Ha. Suppose 1 mole of acid Ha is present in V dm cube of solution. At equilibrium, the degree of dissociation is alpha, that is fraction dissociates will be alpha. The fraction of acid that remain undissociated is 1 minus alpha. How? That is 1 mole of acid. 1 mole of acid is initially taken. Okay. Alpha is a degree of dissociation. So this acid Ha giving you H positive plus A negative. So as degree of dissociation is alpha, that is alpha mole of acid, here alpha mole of acid and alpha mole of A negative are formed. So remaining HA undissociated molecule, that is 1 minus alpha, that is 1 minus alpha, it is a numbers of moles of undissociated molecules. Okay. Now here HA on dissociation, H positive into A negative, the amount of HA present at equilibrium, that is 1 minus alpha, then H positive alpha, A negative alpha. Concentration, it is expressed in moles per dm cube. So here numbers of moles 1 minus alpha divided by in V liter solution. So 1 minus alpha into upon V. Here alpha upon V and here again alpha by V. So this is the concentration at equilibrium. So concentration of HA 1 minus alpha upon V. Concentration of H positive equal to concentration of A negative is equal to alpha by V. Substituting this value in this equation, equation 3.3, that is Ka is equal to concentration of H positive into concentration of A negative, divided by Ka. So we get here Ka is equal to alpha by V into alpha by V divided by 1 minus alpha upon V. So V cancel. Here alpha square upon 1 minus alpha into V. Let us C is a concentration and 1 by V is equal to C. Putting this value, we get here alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. Now for weak acid, this 1 minus alpha is very small. So it is near about 1, means alpha is very small, that is 1 minus alpha is near about 1, and therefore finally Ka is equal to alpha square upon V or alpha square upon C. That is alpha square is equal to, here alpha square is equal to Ka upon C. So again alpha is equal to this much, K square root of Ka upon C, or alpha is equal to square root of Ka into V. Okay. So this is the Ostwald dilution law for weak acid. This implies that the degree of dissociation of weak acid is inversely proportional to the square root of its concentration or directly proportional to the square root of volume of the solution containing 1 mole of acids. Similarly, we can prove for base Kb is equal to alpha square C or Kb is equal to alpha square upon V. So here again alpha is equal to square root of Kb into V or alpha is equal to Kb square root of Kb upon C. On the basis of this Ostwald dilution law, we solve some problems. Consider this solved problem. A weak monobasic acid is 0.05% dissociates in 0.02 molar solution. Calculate dissociation constant of acid. Simple question, simple problem. Alpha is given here. Alpha is given. Alpha is equal to percentage alpha is equal to 0.05. Now from percentage alpha we can calculate alpha. Alpha is equal to percentage alpha upon 100, and therefore here 0.05 divided by 100 means here alpha is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. Similarly, concentration C is equal to 0.02, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. By putting this value in Ostwald dilution law, that is K is equal to alpha square C, we get 5 into 10 to the power minus 9. This is the dissociation constant for acid. Okay. On the basis of this problem, you can solve some exercise or some assignment given below.